somehow, some way, we are now talking about a fixture that should have taken place in the middle of December, but due to COVID, it has been rearranged for tomorrow evening at the London Stadium, Wednesday night kickoff at our home. And we face Norwich, who are currently bottom of the league and relegation ridden, to be heading back to the Championship next season. Welcome back to West Ham Official. Hope you are all well. We are here for the match preview for, of course, West Ham versus Norwich. Another Premier League game, another one at the London Stadium. We're here for the preview. I'm joined by, firstly, John from Iron Sport and Food Banks. John, how are you?
Hello, Jake. I'm really well. Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, not bad at all. Mike, how are you?
Yeah, very good, Jake. Thanks very much.
Good. John, obviously we should have been, this fixture should have been gone, sorted in the middle of December, but of course due to COVID we are now playing it this Wednesday. How are you feeling for it?
I think it's come round at a good time for us right now after 3 wins. You know, we seem to have got over our poor performance blip at Tottenham and Arsenal, but since then 3 very good results, so we're on form. So, you know, I'm very encouraged and look forward to another good performance tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's the more the merrier at the moment. The more the merrier at the moment, Mike, because we're just starting to get back into some form. We slipped off from the 4th position race. We seem to be well back in it now with the run of fixtures we've now got. I mean, off the top of my head, we've got Norwich at home, then Leeds at home, Man United away, which is at the moment a very winnable game. Then Watford at home after that. We've got a very winnable month, which could put us well back in to this top 4 race. But of course, that's over the whole season. But for this game, Mike, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good, mate. Like John just said, we should have plenty of confidence from the results we've just picked up. You can't take any game is going to be easy in the Premier League. We all know that. You know, Norwich have come there and fight hard, but I think our quality's shining through at the moment. And you know, some of the guys that have hit a bit of form lately. So let's just hope the confidence is high and we get another 3 points.
Yeah. I don't believe there's any new injury news, obviously new news, but a little bit of promising news that we have received in the last day or so, John, is about Kurt Zouma, that the fact he has caught COVID, unfortunately, but he seems to be well back onto the road to recovery, and some people even saying if he didn't have COVID, he would have been available to play tomorrow. Do you think we're rushing him back, or do you think, you know, we just got to trust the physios and hope that it was just a speedy return for our French centre-back?
It's brilliant news that we're able to talk about this right now, because we thought he was finished for, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks later on. So okay, sad news about the COVID, but then that gives him a little bit more time to recover and get back to fitness. So I think it's great news. I think you've got to go along with the advice of the physios and so on, and he'll obviously know how he's feeling, but it's just great to have him back in the camp again and getting him back to fitness. I think it's great news.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not going to affect this game as much, Mike, but which centre-back do you think drops to the bench when Zouma comes back?
I think Diop will probably drop to the bench, but the problem is Dawson's been carrying a bit of an injury, so I wouldn't be shocked if it was Zouma and Diop together. And to be fair, when Zouma and Diop have played together, they've looked pretty solid. I think that's, you know, it's been one of our better pairings, to be fair. You know, even though Diop's had a few games where he's lost a bit of concentration, and I thought he had a decent game on Sunday. He started off a little bit shaky, but he really grew into the game, Diop, and I thought he did okay. So there's a lot of people have been knocking him, but he's still a young lad for me, and I still think he's got a future.
Yeah. John, David Moyes surprised most of us on the weekend with his FA Cup team selection. He went pretty much as strong as he could. Do you think that impacts the way David Moyes picks the team for tomorrow?
Yeah, as you say, I was quite surprised he played such a strong team. We were hearing days before that both teams would be fielding weakened sides, and certainly Leeds had no choice with the injuries and suspensions they had. But yeah, we had, you know, it was a very, very strong team that we put out, and I think it makes it clear that the FA Cup is a serious trophy for David Moyes.
Yeah, definitely. Let's head into the chat and see who is in. Run Tommy, hope you are well. Sharky's in. Evening, Dad, Jake, Mike, and John. Hope you're well, Sharky. Pete is in as well. Pete, hope you are well. In terms of Norwich, they didn't have the best start to the season. They sacked Daniel Farker, Mike. They brought in Dean Smith. They seem to have a bit of a spring in their step, but that spring has almost came to its end, and it seems to be same old and back to the start of the season situation for Norwich right now.
It's always the same. A new manager comes in and players want to prove that they're good enough to play, and they'll lift their game for the new manager. But yeah, I think there's just not enough quality in his squad. He'd do really well to keep them up. I think they're doomed, I'm afraid.
So do I.
Yeah.
Definitely. Simon's in. Hope you well. The first one, Simon. Thank you very much. About an hour ago. Jump back on here, Bob's your uncle. Thank you very much, Simon. I like your observation skills. You're a Chelsea fan, but I like your observation skills. Very good. Top marks on that. John, what have you made of Norwich?
It looks as if they're very much prepared to be a yo-yo side, a little bit like Fulham were, and we've seen others in the past. It's just a shame that they've not been able to make it work this season, despite having backed the previous manager for so long. For their own reasons, it's just not happening. On a personal note, I'm glad to see Sam Byram is playing again now. Yeah. He's had such a bad time for, I think it's 21 months he's been out for most of that time. And I remember when he made his debut for us, when he came on, I think as a second half substitute. We might have been playing Man City at home, but it was such an impressive debut that he made. He was bombing it down that right wing, getting crosses across, and he really looked nailed on for the future. Obviously, it didn't work out for him, but it's never nice when someone's out for such a long period of time. And it's good to see that he's back, and hopefully he'll be back tomorrow, and I hope he gets a good reception as well.
Yeah, definitely. What I do before the game and before the preview, I look at a couple of their lineups from previous Premier League games, and I noticed his name on there. And I thought, crikey, Sam Byram. I haven't heard of his name for a while. At West Ham, he looked to have good potential, but seemed to just be another injury-ridden fullback. So hopefully he can be finding his feet at Norwich, because I'm sure West Ham fans will wish him well, Mike.
Yeah, he had a horrendous injury, didn't he, the poor lad? And like John said, he was looking good. He was tearing down a wing, putting some good balls into the box. He was a good defender as well. I thought he had a future, and I'm afraid that injury was horrendous. And it's good to see him back. Yeah, I'd like to think that he'll get a decent reception.
Let's hope so. Can't fool me. Well, there we go, Simon. There we go. You can't. Nobody can fool Simon. But there's two things that I just can't help but just you're nearly perfect, Simon. The two things that aren't making you perfect. There isn't a little badge next to your name in the chat. But you can add to that by becoming a member. See, I appreciate how smooth that was. See, was that smooth? Smooth into the membership advert. There we go. You can become a member of the channel for just $1.99 a month by clicking the link there. And of course, the second bit is you're a Chelsea fan, but we can't change that. So that's just that. And there we go. One of the emojis. Sharky's moving. Like and subscribe to the channel as well. Why not? Timu Pukki is a player that seems to score wonders. Or plays like a Ronaldo in the Championship and can never find his feet in the Premier League, John. He's never really looked a player when we've played Norwich that really fears me. He just doesn't look like a Premier League outfit of a striker.
Yeah, well, it's the whole of the team really that just hasn't stepped up to Premier League quality and standards. It's you'd think that they've built themselves up this year to be that little bit better. It's not happened. He's a goal scorer. People are depending on him. And as you say, sometimes there can be quite a gulf between the Premier League and the Championship in terms of quality of goal scorers. But then, look at the flip side with Jared Bowen. He's found it so easy to score in both leagues.
Yeah. Just on transfers, I can't get my head around Newcastle signing Chris Wood for like 20 or 25 million. It's just, Chris Wood, £25 million. I can't get my head around it. I know Newcastle have just got a bottomless pit of money, but 25 million for Chris Wood, I think that's relegated both of them pretty much, isn't it?
Well, I can't understand Burnley letting Wood go to a rival that's down there fighting relegation with them. I really don't understand that. And Wood's just always fitted the way that Burnley play. He suits their style. They're going to have a job to replace him. But for me, I don't think it's a brilliant signing for Newcastle. They're probably... I don't think they're going to go out and sign top quality players full stop. They're looking at just to get out of trouble and keep themselves up this year. But maybe they think he's one of the players that can do that for them.
Yeah. Saints won, Brentford won in the Premier League match going ahead tonight. How much on how? 25 million quid for Chris Wood. Oh, he's just a lump it long man and hope for the best, really, isn't he? But in terms of West Ham, of course, we were surprised, John, that we saw the likes of Thomas Souček and Declan Rice playing at the weekend in the FA Cup. Can you see any major changes to the lineup?
I don't think so. I'm expecting a strong team to start, and then depending on how the game pans out after an hour or so, he might bring a few of the youngsters on if they are on the bench, just to give them some minutes. If it gets to 2-0, 3-0, maybe after an hour or 70 minutes, then we might give him a run out just for the atmosphere, because it's been seen he's done that already this season, so he doesn't fear bringing on the youngsters to give him a few minutes, and it's all going to help.
Exactly. Mike, do you expect any major changes?
No, same sort of team. There's only one player that could probably come in, and that'll be Fornells. I don't see him coming in. I think he'll come off the bench again. I watched the youngsters last night, and some of them have got to be pushing, for a few minutes anyway. Like John said, just it'd be really nice if we could get a few goals up and bring a couple of them on. The likes of Okoflex and Perkins and Longello and even Ashby played last night. So I'd like to see a couple of them, get a few more minutes, a bit more experience. Yeah. That's what they need. We've got to find out if these guys can do it, can hack it at this level. It's no good just keeping them in the under-23s forevermore. They've got to be given a chance.
Tony, hope you are well. Anton's in the building. Hope you're well, Anton. Soufal, is he available? I presume so. It was a second yellow card. So I presume Soufal's now available. Anton's saying hello to you both. There we go. Right, then what we're going to do now is we're going to pick our lineup then. So there might be some disagreements between you, Mike, and you, John, but I don't want any fighting on here. No fighting next to each other. If I've listen, if I've got to be in the middle and if I've got to separate things, I will. Right, in goal, I'm guessing we're going Fabianski here.
Yeah, we can agree on that for sure.
Yeah. So Fabianski, right then. So the two centre backs, Diop and Dawson.
Basically that's it, isn't it?
There's no choice.
Yeah,
there definitely is no choice. I'll tell you what, we're going to scrap that because that's been annoying. Let's just do it from the mind, shall we? Right then, right back, John. Will Soufal
Ben Johnson. Oh, sorry, no, Ryan Fredericks.
Yeah.
If Soufal's not available, then it'd be Ryan, and then
Oh, of course, Soufal's got COVID, hasn't he? I forgot about that. Yeah. Mike, who are you going for right back?
Yeah, I think Fredericks did okay. You've got to remember he's been out for a long time. And I do like when he does play. Okay, going forward, he made a couple of poor decisions, really, but I give that to him as he's been out for so long. But I do like the fact that he's got that pace to cover back in. You know, so I stick with Fredericks.
Yeah, so if we're going Fredericks one side, I suppose Ben Johnson's keeping his position at left back.
Definitely.
Not Masuaku.
Definitely Ben Johnson. I thought he had a good game again at left back.
Yeah. John, wouldn't you like to see the pleasure of Masuaku at left back again?
No, we'll keep him on the bench, and he can confuse everybody if he does get the chance to come on. But it depends how strong they are down the right-hand side as well. If we're going to need some more pressing on our left, but he's dangerous. Less dangerous on the bench.
Right, we're going to skip past the midfielders. So the front four then. So who we have available, we presume Bowen, Fornals, Vlasic, Lanzini and Antonio. So there's 5 players there. Who will you put on the bench and who's your front four? John, we'll start with you.
Pablo Fornals, I don't think he did a lot when he came on Sunday. Maybe he wasn't on there long enough, but it was a long enough rest for him. I always like to see him play, but I really wouldn't know who to drop out of those 5 because Vlasic had such an outstanding game. I think we were all so pleased to see the effect that he had. He had the ball so often and was able to do things with it, and that's not the first time that he's had a decent game. Now I think his last 2 at least have been very good performances. So I think he needs a consistent run now, and I'm sure he can keep that level going and improve as well. But you're asking me to drop someone out of those again. Lanzini, he's played well. It's very, very hard. Again, he needs a little bit of a run. Even if he gets an hour and then Fornals comes on to replace him, and then maybe they'll switch it around for next Sunday. But yeah, I think I'd drop Pablo Fornals out of the 5 and start with Lanzini again.
My front four, I'd go Antonio up top. I would go Bowen on the right, Lanzini down the middle, Vlasic on the left. I don't think Fornals is quite up to starting a game yet, and I think for the small amount we saw him against Leeds, I think just another week could benefit him more than playing this game. Mike, who's your front four?
Yeah, I totally agree. I like Fornals as well. Like John said, he did actually set up that first movement on the last goal, and he's done that a lot. His link up is good in there, and I like that. But he's had COVID, so he's probably not 100% fit. I'd keep it the same. I'm really impressed with Vlasic. I think he's getting better at every game. Really strong on the ball. He set the first goal up with a lovely bit of strength and a little run into the box. I thought it was a bit unlucky to come off, really. But, hey, Lanzini, for me, was probably our best player. I thought he's beginning to control games now. He's getting back to the old Lanzini, and he's getting on the ball, and he's running the game now, which is great to see. For us West Ham fans, I couldn't dream that he would get back to this sort of form. He'd been so long struggling. It's just fantastic to see.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Let's head into the chat then. Shiny G, hope you're well. Right, here we go. This comes up every time. Serious question. Does the haircut make Jake look older or younger? Some people say older. Some people say younger. John? What do you reckon?
Younger. It's knocked years off you, Jake. Years off.
How many years is it knocked off? I've only got a 14 in the bank.
I know. It's going to take a long time till you're looking 16 again.
Mike?
Well, I think you look a bit older, mate, to be honest.
See? The division, people say young. See, people like John, people like Shiny G. That's Jake. I thought it was his little brother. I don't even have a little brother. Nothing of the sort, Shiny G. It's me and me only. But that's a debate that happens every 6 weeks when I have my haircut. What do you think? Let's go. What do you think?
Oh,
Get in the chat.
nice trim, mate. It's a very nice trim, I must say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kane, hope you are. Let's see if Vlasic has another good game. I believe he will. Well, let's hope so, at least.
I hope so. Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Makes you look a smart individual. I'll take that, Kane. I'll take that.
Done, Kane,
I think it'll be a comfortable 2-0. See, Tom, older. See, the Hatchers think older. Mike and Tom think older. See, maybe it's in the genes of family. You know, it's just splitting. I thought you were in your 30s. Is that a compliment? 10. See, they go 10 years younger. See, the division. It's insane every single time. But anyway.
The thing is, Jack, when I was your age, I always wanted to look older. When you get to my age, you want to look younger.
Mike,
but it's too
Mike,
late. I know I don't. You know, it's gone now. I've given up on that.
Mike, it's fine. You look like David Moyes, and that's the biggest compliment you can ever get.
Yeah, usually it's a Nigel Worthington thing, but there you go.
Right, that's that debate over. We're going to get on to predictions then. John, I'm going to come to you first. Predictions and goal scorers for the Hammers.
I'm going for 2-0, Antonio and Bowen.
Yeah, let's hope so. Mike?
I was going to go 2-0, but I'll go 3-1. I fancy Antonio to score again because he likes playing against Norwich. And Bowen definitely, and I'd love to see Vlasic get another one.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-0 West Ham win. Now, I don't say that often. I always predict the other team to score a goal. Watch them beat us now. I always say I think the other team will get a goal. I don't think Norwich will. I don't think they've got it in them, to be honest with you. 3-0 goal scorers Antonio, Bowen, and Vlasic to get the goals for West Ham. Get your predictions into the chat and we will read them out. A player to fear from Norwich, Mike. Is there anybody now? One thing it's been confirmed on Sky Sports News that Todd Cantwell, that's a player we haven't discussed, is back and should be available.
He scored a lot of goals for them, didn't he? The last time they were up. He looked a useful player. But I thought Gilmore would have been a good signing for him, but he's injured now, isn't he? I mean, I think he's out for a little while. I think there's talk of him actually going back. So I would have feared him because he looks a useful player like Gilmore. But I still think Pukki's dangerous. He's got a goal in him, but he doesn't get a lot of service, to be fair. He just doesn't get a lot of great service. You know, hopefully we'll shut him out, but he's still dangerous.
Yeah. Sometimes when you read comments, you just can't help but laugh and you think you're laughing at the person speaking, but I've just read this comment. I'm with Jake's kid brother.
3-0. Jake's kid brother.
You see a funny comment and you just can't help but laughing. Comment of the day, showing you comment of the day. Here we go. So this is what I like to see. This is why Sharky's here every single time, because he knows. Big Craig. See, I haven't even predicted Dawson to score. Big Craig Dawson. Let's see whether he's happy about that. Where is he? Oh, look, he's with me today. There he is. Here's the question: do I look younger or older in that Canning Town Len picture there?
Ooh. I think you look older, mate.
I look older on that one. John, what do you reckon?
Yeah, you look older on that one. Yes. Yeah. Very mature.
Big Craig Dawson to score. Antonio and Byrne with the others. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back to the comments. Plenty of 3-1s coming in. 3-1. Vlasic to score a goal. Lanzini double. 2-0. I feel a 5-0 coming our way. We always batter Norwich when we play them. In lockdown, Antonio battered 4 past them. I feel something along those lines coming. 2-0, Antonio and Vlasic. Lanzini and Bono score the goals for me. John, any particular Norwich player that you can pick out off the top of your head that could cause us some problems?
Well, like Mike said, I think, Billy Gilmore, if he'd have been fit to play, he had such a good start to the season, and he's not available. But I think Cantwell is always someone to look out for. And I've got a feeling we were linked with him sometime in the past, and if it looks as if they're going down, he might be putting himself in the shop window as well. So whether he's going to improve his performance or be part looking for a move away this month somewhere, you just never can tell, can you? So, will he be holding himself back, maybe waiting for a move this month or something else? We'll wait and see. But he's certainly, for me, somebody to look out for.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we will leave it there. But before we do, one key player for West Ham, Mike.
I think, as always, I think Declan Rice, if he controls the middle of the park again, and I'd like to see him get up the pitch a little bit more. He couldn't against Leeds. They had a plan to shut him down and not let him out, really. But also, he also had to defend a little bit more because of the way that Leeds play. I got a feeling that Declan Rice could burst forward a bit tomorrow night and set something up. And I'd like to see him get a goal himself, but I think he'll have more control over the game than he did on Sunday.
Yeah. John, I'm going to ask you a much more important question, and I want you to give us an update on what's going on at the food bank. Is there anything you'd like to update us on what's going on at Irons Point and Food Banks?
Crikey, there's lots happening. And really, it's all to do with the fans who are helping us out pre-match. Probably another couple of £100 donated before the Leeds game. We expect the same tomorrow and then next Sunday. And the target is to see if we can raise £400 a month. That then buys £2,000 worth of the food that Newham Food Bank need. So that's our target now for the end of the month, to get £10,000 worth of food into Newham Food Bank, and that's all coming from the fans who are donating. Likewise, the donations we get into Just Giving and the QR codes in the supporters club and on the moored boats, we're going to be able to use that to supply other groups now. We're looking at supplying pallet loads of food into Ambition Aspire Achieve in Canning Town, and also to Newham District Food Bank. So now that we've been going for 2 years, we can see a bigger picture now in Newham and other people who we can support. So we're doing that right now. Yesterday I picked up, when I worked it out, it was about £3,000 worth of new sports clothing from a manufacturer in Cheshire that's donated to us. There's 80 beanie hats in there, which I'm taking down tomorrow. They're going to the homeless in Canning Town at Anchor House. And the people in Cheshire have said, look, there's going to be far more available from them to us for distribution in Newham. And they're really pleased that, they can see where their kit is going. And this is branded kit that they've manufactured for Forest Green Rovers, for Warrington Wolves, the rugby club. They do things for Ipswich Town, some Scottish teams, and also some Austrian and German teams. So it's all nicely branded, good quality T-shirts, polo shirts, hoodies, and tracksuits. So say we've got all this going down to the homeless centre at Anchor House.
Brilliant. Yeah. So you can find out more information about Irons Point and Food Banks if you're on Twitter. John keeps you updated of what's going on there on at Food Banks on Twitter, and you can just keep in the loophole. Irons Point and Food Banks. You can find out all information there. Thank you very much, John. Brilliant work as always. After some good performances, Vlasic's confidence is sky high. I think he will be the one to watch for us. I agree, Brian. I agree, and let's hope he puts in another really good performance. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out our channel sponsors SRM, Carver and Sunbird, clicking the link in the description down below. Try saying that in one breath. Mike, John, thank you very much for coming on as always.
See you, Jake. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, see you, John. See you, Jake.
Thank you, everyone. Come on your irons, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks, everyone in the chat. We will catch you tomorrow for a match day build-up and all match day coverage here on West Ham Official. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.